Eventually, and probably not long from now, I will be kicked out of this place. The vibe won't work for Martha. After all those videos, I went to the terrace to, I think, why did I go there this morning? I just wanted to be outside, and I guess I chose there. And Kat and Red were leaving. And I said, "Oh, you guys going out?" Except when I said that, there was no smile on Kat's face. When she responded, there was no smile on Kat's face. I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "Oh no, just the one thing that I'm thinking about is we won't, be able to spend a whole lot of time with your mom. We won't be super present." Bitch, who the fuck do you think she's coming to visit? So that's not clicking for me. That someone is so important for her to always be smiling and stuff. And the first thing that she says to me after our last conversation is, we just won't be super present. And I'm saying it in a funny way, so I'll try not to, but or otherwise just imagine yourself. Pause the video and imagine yourself. The text that I said, but without the extra, the fakeness. Because she wasn't showing the fakeness. I'm showing the fakeness because I think that it was kind of untrue. But it was like, yeah, we're just not going to be super available to spend a whole lot of time with it. What the fuck are you talking about? We don't spend time together. I mean, yeah, we did. Okay, we did earlier. So what are you saying? That the time that you've been available this week, Saturday right now, it's Fox D right now, the time you've been available this week is now going to reduce? And why the fuck would that matter? I would expect you to be less available or less trying to hang out with me, right? Now, of course, maybe, in all honesty, she's just disappointed that, is he pushing his own poop? That'd be awesome. Disgusting, but awesome. Anyway. Oh, he was. But he's pushing something near where he just pooped. So I don't know what it was. Anyway. Absolutely, it's possible that this woman is just devastated. Okay, let me touch it. But this woman is just, one of the things occupying her mind is just this disappointment. And it does make sense. I'm in her book. She has a couple hours of interview tape with me. I was a few pages in her book, she said. So to meet my mom, that would be amazing. But it wasn't said. I didn't perceive it as being said. Like, I just wish I had more time. It was said as this, like, awkward negation of the plan. You know what I mean? That's how it looked to me. It didn't look like... Because it looked strange. And if it was like... Oh, man. I really wish I was going to be able to hang out with your mom more. Well, no, and also you would say, hey, when I get back, right? Because she likes to say, oh, I'll explain later, right? By the way, she never explained anything about the guitar. If you know what I'm talking about. From the guitar dominance video. But it wasn't even like, but hey, we are available this time. Never. There's been a lot of discussion about that they won't be available to spend time with my mother. Zero discussion like, hey, we'll be available maybe like at this time maybe. So, could we try to hang out then? Because I'm so desperate to see your mom. That's part of why I think that the whole, we're not available thing has nothing to do with seeing my mom. It's more like, I think she doesn't want my mom to visit me, I guess, here. Not that she doesn't want my mom to visit me, but she feels uncomfortable, I guess, or she feels uncomfortable about me, because I've been pretty presumptive. I mean, I mentioned it to them as soon as I would learn, except for today when I was recording, because I mentioned a few hours later. So yeah, not as soon as I learned, but like the next time I interacted with them. and each time I went to them to give the information. But I have been pretty presumptive. Like, I haven't been like, oh, hey, so, I explained, well, I did say, hey, my mom, I explained my mom's in Europe, and I thought maybe I would get to see some of my family. And it turns out that I will, maybe, she might come to blah, blah. She wasn't even looking at tickets yet when I told her the first time. But it wasn't like, oh, would that be okay? You guys are so nice letting me be in your yard, so would that be okay? There wasn't that. I'm going to be honest with you. There wasn't that. I think it's pretty understandable, too. Don't know that I would think it's fair to expect that of someone, either. So, yeah. And I remember, when she asked, like, when did she think about coming? It was like, oh, I don't know. I don't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, so I say, what's wrong? She says, well, I'm just, the one thought that I did have in here, in other words, the thing that you've correctly perceived as sort of weighing on me or affecting me, it's just that we won't be super available to spend time with her. I said, well, what? What do you mean? Because, I was going to respond, just assume, what could that possibly mean? I was going to assume something, and what I was going to assume is what she meant to communicate. But I also, that's meaningless. What do you mean I'm going to be super available? Sorry, if you don't speak English, it's not your first language, you might not have understood. I just said, what do you mean you're not going to be super available? I was like, well, yeah, I'll be super available. Just what is that? So anyway, so she says, I hope, she won't be mad with us. That's what she says. And I could have just said, oh yeah, no, she's not very understanding of that or something, but it's just all so absurd. I was like, oh, that would be shocking if a polite, well-educated woman who was being allowed to crash the garden, blah, blah, these people who bought her ticket the same day that she's going to arrive, she expected the host to suddenly become available. The husband laughed sort of awkwardly or politely. And she says, no, right. So now her brain can't, do anything about that, because I nailed her there. So then she's like, no, but it's for us as well, I just would have liked to, the words aren't coming to her, because it's kind of bullshit. I mean, there's a little bit of truth. But it isn't the heaviest part of the truth, is what we'll say. I don't know what the heaviest part of the truth is, though, which is what makes me question. Maybe my analysis is completely wrong, or my interpretation is completely wrong, but I think what it is mostly that I would presume, because we already have this dynamic of where well, anyway. So I think that's mostly what it is, where that resistance is coming from. And it could be partly because she wants to be a good host, which means be someone who is available and able to take care of the person, and she's going to feel uncomfortable that a guest came and went that she didn't take care of. That's a possibility. But what it is, but really, I recorded, listen to the audio, what had happened just before that, when I had said to them, oh, hey, she actually is going to come. Because I texted her today, I said, because she's sending me shoes. I said, oh, okay, so I guess that means you're not coming. And then an hour later, she said, no, I think I am going to come. And then she said, I found a ticket, and blah, blah. Okay. So, once the ticket was purchased and I had finished recording my stream of consciousness, I went and I talked to them about it. And just body language, timing, Even word use, eye contact, all of that was saying one thing, and their words were saying a completely different thing. You know, the one time she exploded at me, because honestly, I don't think this situation can't get any better. After the first interaction, I didn't think that we would suddenly be able to discuss things, but I thought we had some kind of mutual understanding. But then when I saw it was transferred to Red, and he was now saying, oh, wait, and all that, like, you don't have to actually do that, because actually, if you hear what I'm saying when I interrupt you, it's what you're saying, isn't it? Which was fucking confirmed. Okay? Well, the one example that I'm thinking of. But there was something about the defensiveness of the wait, right? Whereas typically, when I first arrived, what they did was they would continue speaking. Now it's not like a, hey bro, shut the fuck up, I'm like, I want to finish this thought. It's a much more, from her, it's, I'm gonna finish this thought, and then she feels bad about saying that, so she says, because it's not much longer, because before I forget it, or some other obvious thing. And then and for him now it's wait, and then he continues speaking. It's like, whoa, y'all are really trying to stand your ground, but like, why? We're on the same team, bro. I just gotta show you this, because he was pushing this white thing. And yes, indeed, he was pushing it atop the poop with his nose. That's so cool. I don't know why that's so surprising that I mean, I know they kick the dirt, but normally he'll like poop, and then he'll kick the ground, but in a way that won't ever cover up the poop. It's like the direction's all wrong. So this level of conscientiousness where rather than just throwing dirt around in the completely wrong direction and calling it a day, alright, you're stressed, you think you're in trouble. You're not, dude. That was awesome. And because he pushed it like 3 times. He just kept pushing this thing ever so gently. That's amazing. That's amazing to me, Neo. Hey, good boy, buddy. Come on. Come here. Come here. Good boy, buddy. Good boy. Hello. Il y a quelqu'un?
Oui. Yeah.
Ah, les deux, super.
Les deux sont là.
Le premier jour, tu m'avais dit que c'est ok de rentrer Martha avec les chaussures ici, enfin, tant que c'est pas boué.
D'accord.
Non, non, c'est une question.
Oui, oui, c'est pas pour vous.
Oui. Ouais. Ok. Alors, du coup, ma mère, elle voulait voir son fils.
Oh.
Finalement.
Super.
Et du coup, elle arrive ce soir. Et j'en ai pas parlé à toi, Go. On avait parlé vite fait avec Martha.
Oui.
Je voulais que ce soit bien compris que non, moi j'avais même pas pensé à la maison. Que soit elle va dormir dans mon lit ou dans le lit derrière, comme elle a fait une fois, ou soit elle va prendre un truc. Et du coup, est-ce que ça vous dérange d'avoir une présence supplémentaire?
Dis-moi, Hugo.
Non.
Mais combien de temps elle pense rester? Mais tu sais pas encore finalement, c'est juste une supposition. Oui, elle arrive, mais on ne sait pas si elle sera ici ou à l'hôtel.
Oui, elle m'a pas dit parce qu'elle vient de me dire qu'elle a pris le billet.
Ah. Non, moi
bon. Personnellement, ça ne me dérange pas.
Oui, voilà, moi aussi.
Ok.
Ça ne me dérange pas.
Super, ça se voit.
Ça ne me dérange pas.
Ça, c'est le super
Comment
décret.
elle s'appelle ta maman? C'est quoi son prénom?
Enel.
Enel. Comment tu dis
I-N-E-L-L.
Waouh.
Tu peux aussi dire Einel, mais je pense que pour elle c'est plutôt Enel, mais mon père il dit Einel.
Non.
Elle parle français?
Non.
No. Such an exercise for me.
Non. Je vous demande aussi si le Canada n'est pas bien.
Ben moi je le recommande pas, moi.
D'accord.
Ça souffre, c'est pour ça?
Non, justement,
Ah.
si ça s'ouvre, ce serait très bien.
Oui, non, il n'y a pas de souci. J'ai fait mon linge, du coup, je peux lui mettre des grands draps. Et, moi, parce que moi, je ne savais même pas si elle venait, du coup, je ne pensais pas trop à ça.
Oui,
Mais il y a des solutions très évidentes et très faciles, du coup, super.
Mais tu vas la chercher à l'aéroport, non?
Ah oui, du coup, après ce juin, c'est tout pour la consommation pour moi. Elle arrive à 22h. Vous allez, vous la rencontrez demain.
Ben demain, nous, on part très tôt. Parce qu'on a du boulot avec les castings, là. Et go pour le film. Donc, nous, en fait, on ne sera pas là demain une bonne partie de la journée.
Ok, ben, ça c'est bien, comme ça il n'y a pas de pression sur elle d'être prête dès le matin pour discuter, pour vous rencontrer alors. Vous partez et on se dit quand vous rentrez, je vous la présente. Très bien.
Elle préfère qu'on appelle Ina ou Aina?
Elle m'a jamais... J'ai jamais retenu une réponse claire là-dessus.
Ah, et ton papa, comment il l'appelle?
Non, si j'ai une réponse claire. La réponse claire, c'est pour elle, c'est Enel, mais ton père, elle me dit, m'appelle Ainel et je dis que ça me dérange pas.
Okay.
Mais bon, ça fait 30 ans. 35 ans. C'est le anniversaire la semaine prochaine. Ça va faire 37 ans.
37 ans? Ah oui.
37.
37 ans.
Oui. Ben, très bien, merci. Je suis ravi de pouvoir la recevoir dans votre jardin et que vous allez la rencontrer, quoi. Cool.